Hello. Wait, why did I sound like that? Hi. welcome. El crazy. I've just been rushing to finish getting ready. I put way too much contour. Anyway, hello. A long time no see. Hi. My name is Evan. And welcome. Today we're having our first podcast episode of Tarot and Tea. Did I say podcast? Podcast. I'm staring at myself in bewilderment because I snatched my nose too much and now I look like I don't have a nose. I have an Asian nose, guys. Why does it look so skinty? How is your night going? Don't mind my pile of plushies over there. But hello. I'm still kind of... Ooh, should we do red or pink? Happy Friday. Happy Friday the 13th. Let's change the title. That's more fun. Oh. How is your Friday going? I didn't do any voice exercises, so my voice is like up here right now because I'm nervous. Please help me. This is the highlight of my day. Yay! Have you been, Kelly? Hold on, sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to show that in your face. Welcome to the pod pilot. Wait, where should I put? Okay, Tarot and Tea, episode 1. Happy Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th. Emojis. Is this a different camera? No, this is... Hi, Shio. This is still my MacBook camera. I think it's because we have a new projector. That's what's new. So it's a little brighter. It's a little brighter in my room. Oh no, what is that? Oh no, that's not good. Hold on. Okay, perfect. I hate that. I hate it when it's like glitchy like that. It's a little brighter in my room. I'm gonna see if I can do a dark mode of Pinterest. Is that an option? I think it is. I don't want it to be so bright in my room. Oh, is the music still playing? Oh, is it too loud? The music. Oh, I turned the volume down on my end. Oops, I paused it by accident. Let's turn it up a little bit. That's too loud. How that? No, this. Did I fix the flickering? My Saturn return starts today. LOL. The plot is thickening. Ooh, Saturn. Saturn return. So I had my Saturn return. Like, music volume sounds good to me. Awesome. So my Saturn return was when? During the pandemic. Smack dab pandemic time. That was my Saturn return. Hello! Oh my god! Hi, Ang! Look at us. We have a whole gang in here. Hello, Noi. Yes, good now, I think. Okay, hold on. Let me fix your angles. Because I want... We're in my bedroom, as usual. We don't go anywhere. We stay here. We live here. Oh no, not your Saturn return. Kinda, have you been here before? I'm like, I don't know how to say your name. Senna? Sina? What are those X's? I like it. Welcome. What am I doing? Where have I been? Okay, so it's China. Okay, hi China. My bad. Thank you for coming. I saw you just your first time stream, first time chat. I feel like I need to fix my chat because like my chat in OBS doesn't tell me that, and I'm like, that's good information to know. But where have I been? So doopity doopity doop. I'm still finishing my face. But what has been happening? So in the holidays, the last time you guys saw me, Like, I had a little stream, I think, a few weeks ago, but after that, or before that, the holidays, I got sick, and then basically, my whole life, like, flipped on itself. My chronic illness was chronic illness. Being chronically disabled showed up and was like, hey, by the way, you're too productive right now. Time to slow down, buddy. Basically is what's happened. So I've just been kind of resting and what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to like repurpose is the word that's coming to mind, but like repurpose myself. That does that make sense? Can I repurpose myself? I think I want to move my mic because I don't. Yay! That's so loud. I did not hear it. Dang it. Sometimes it works. Why my blurps no work sometime? Oh, do I not have a blurp on here? Yeah, I do. I think I need to reset it, maybe. Refresh. The alert drowned me out. What was it? I don't even know what it was. It was like a loud violin. Oh. Is that something that I can change? The loudness? The settings? Can I run the settings on my end for that? Like, what's the point of having that and I can't hear it? Womp womp. Was it a womp womp sound? At least your alerts work. Mine just disappear and then when I investigate it had been deleted. Oh no. Not ghost deleted. Okay, I think this works. It was a sad violin. I knew it. Aang, how have you been? I've seen you've been posting your videos and I watch them. I watch them when I can. I have I think I'm gonna get into YouTube also. I'm gonna put these on YouTube. I mean, I already have a VODs channel. But I think a podcast specific channel would be different. Today will be fun. So I don't really have too much on the agenda. I do want to talk about I'm currently fighting my dad for Wi-Fi. I do want to talk about Saturn. So right now, within these hours, Saturn is literally leaving Pisces and moving into Aries. I don't know what the actual time is. Can someone confirm for me, Kelly? Do you know what time your Saturn return starts? And so I want to do a little reflection on Saturn and Pisces because that was a fucking shit show for me. I'm so sorry for my language. That hurt my feelings. I think Saturn and Pisces hurt me a lot more than my Saturn return. Aries power, yes. Oh yeah, you're an Aries. Oh my god, Shio and Aang are both Aries. I totally forgot you're an Aries. That's gonna be, I think Saturn and Aries is gonna be very interesting. Like, because if we think about Saturn, and Saturn is like, I always think about Saturn as the grandfather, but also the army general. And I don't know anything about army. I don't know anything about that. But I just know, you know, the generals are the ones that tell you what to do, but they also make sure that, like, I don't know, like a good manager will prepare you and make sure that you're trained well and that you're taken care of so that you have like your long-term success is like inevitable. That's the way that you can see Saturn. You can see Saturn as a bully that will force you to do things, or someone who is gonna lay the land out for you so that in the long run you will win. But the thing with Saturn is like it's about the long haul. So I think with Aries likes to do things on a whim. They like things to be fast. Aries is a fire sign. I don't really know much about Aries, so I'm talking out of my ass, so please correct me. I'm just saying like what's the word? Stereotypes. But I'm just trying to paint a picture, right? And I think like Saturn, and like there's an Aries stubbornness of like I want my thing when I want it and I should get it when I want it. I don't know. I'm like that. I don't have anything in Aries, but like I think I'm like that in relationships. I'm like if I don't get this, I'm just like the fuck. um I have Saturn, I have Aries in my 7th house. So it's very fun that my podcast about love and relationships, like literally yesterday I was in like a manic state of like I need to do this now. We need to do this tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. I was just riding the wave and I was like, okay, sounds good. Um what's going on? I've been good. Sorry, I'm about to color my hair. Ooh, are you coloring? You're coloring your hair again? You just colored it like that, like chestnut auburn red. That was really pretty. Um, well, V-Dye. Oh, okay, because I'm going to the club for V-Day and Brandon's cousins. Fun. How are Edmonton clubs? Alberta. I don't know where you live, girl. I'm so sorry. I don't want to dox you, so I'm always gonna say the wrong cities anyway. I think it works that way. My Chinese app said like 2-ish hours ago. Oh, it already happened. Welcome to Saturn Aries. I like to think of it as the Sensei and Karate Kid. Yes, exactly. That is a really good way of thinking of Saturn. I'm gonna think of Saturn that way now because like usually I have a very like rigid and narrow perspective of Saturn, which is like ironic because I have Saturn in Aquarius, and usually Aquarius is like thinking ahead or something. As an Aries, I'm very stubborn and passionate. No patience. We want stuff done now. But also, I don't expect anyone to get it for me. Yep. It's more of I want this for me, period. I have Aries in my 10th house. Ooh, China, that's going to be so fun. Oh, noise. Um, Aries in your 10th house. So, Aries can be a good or bad thing, right? It can be you're going to be met with a lot of struggles. And usually it's like things that you've kind of put off, and now with like the sensei it's like okay, like let's say health. For me, my Saturn and Pisces, that was in my 5th house, so that was of health matters. So there were a lot of things that just basically I kept having to confront, being like chronically disabled and like having like freaking migraines that like will actually never go away, and I really need to figure that out. Now at the end of Saturn and Pisces, going through tests for what is that? Immune disorders. And just like waiting for like symptom after symptom, like it's kind of like I was dealing. So I'm gonna assume like for China, like in your 10th house, it's like if you're not like this is if you're not, right. So if you are not in the place where your heart wants you to be, where like the world thinks that like you will be best at, you will be confronted with obstacles and like trials to prove to you. That's so sweet. I'm like, what did I just read? Thank you for gifting. Who gifted you? Why am I not getting proper notifications on this? Let me check my docs. I hate this. Chat. Oh, Doxy's here. Hi. Okay, perfect. Soar. What am I saying? So when I hate that. When if you are not in your place, like Saturn will send you like reminders, and it will basically force you to learn that like you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be doing something else. So the 10th house is your career, but it's also like if you look at a chart, right? It's like the highest point of the chart, which is the highest point of the sky. And you think of that as like where how that's like the spotlight of how the world sees you, and that's why people say it's like your career, because it's like it's your vocation. It's not necessarily how you make money, but it is the thing that like you are most known for. So if you are in the right place, Saturn in the 10th house will give you what is the word when you're like at a job and then you go up? You go up. Please. Promotion. Yes, but that's like money. But like, is that the promotion? Hello, Mar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My Saturn is in the 7th house. Oh my god! Not Libra rising. I forget that you're a Libra rising for some reason, Kelly. I think because like we were talking about Sagittarius so much, your Sagittarius placements, that I like forgot. I'm pretty sure I'll be meeting my husband after this. I literally threaded that the other day. I was like, am I getting married or am I having fights? Like, am I divorcing my friends? Like, what's going on? Is it a promotion? Like, oh my god. Is there another word for promotion? Like, why doesn't it feel right? Hold on, so I'm gonna deglove my mic. Do we? Okay, so the red matches my outfit. What do we think? Can you hear all that? Sorry. Do we want it to match the outfit, or is it better when it doesn't, so you can see it better? Me coming out of this shit show with the 2nd house Saturn. Why deglove? Cause I wanted to change it. I don't know what else to say. Red seems fitting for Valentine's. Yes, I thought so. 2nd house? Oh my god. So, Mar, did you have like, that's like resources, right? Money? 2nd house is money? Values? Aries. Oh, real. Okay, I like it. I like it. Picasso. Okay, let's try to fix, the Pinterest. Let's see. Pinterest. I'm gonna... So, this is a second screen. I have to... But it's like... No, Safari failed. Safari crashed. Just silence. Immediate silence. You better work, bitch, for real. You want a hot body? You want a Bugatti? That is a very good, like, Saturn and Aries remediation song. I like it. Ooh, let's make a Saturn Aries playlist. That's so fun. What are some Saturn and Aries songs? Or what are your, like, favorite Aries songs? I feel like y'all have more, knowledge in this than me. I just like learning, and I like patterns. And Doxy, cover your ears. I like math. I like math, so I love astrology, but I never know what the frick I'm talking about. I'm just like, oh, sounds right. I love archetypes. I love storytelling, like astrology, like your natal chart. Your natal chart as the hero's journey. Do you guys know anything about that? Hero's journey? That's very fun. You want a hot body? You want a Bugatti? You want a Maserati? You better work, bitch. I'll make a man out of you. That's so real. Bitch, you better have my money. Ooh, okay, hold on. What platform are we making this on? Interesting. I'm taking notes. Yes. Hero's journey is my favorite trope. It's so good. I feel like, is Hero's Journey a marketing thing? Or is that just like a narrative thing? Because I think I learned about it in a marketing standpoint. Marketing perspective. Okay. I want to play Britney Spears, but I don't want to get muted, so like... Work, bitch. I think it's a narrative trope. I like it. I like it a lot. Work, bitch. Oh. Britney Spears. Oh, is anyone watching Wuthering Heights? Is anyone going to watch Wuthering Heights? What are your thoughts? I know it has a lot of drama around it, so I want to know where you stand with that. Like, do you care? Like, do you care about the drama? Do you care about the book? Do you care about the movie? Do you care about Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie? Do you care? Do you care, bro? Do you have feelings? Okay, I'm working on like my Pinterest to see if I can change for me. No, it seems to no, huh? Settings. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me work, bitch. Copyright free. What is this? Mia version? I don't understand. No, I don't think I can do that. Whatever. I'll listen to it, who cares? Let's, like, young hero has a devastating experience, meets wise teacher, learns and suffers, defeats their foe. No, I'm not. Oh well. Wait, what did I ask? I'm already confused. What are you guys talking about? Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, Wuthering Heights. I'm sorry, ADHD. My sister went to the premiere event yesterday. Ooh. Do they have a premiere event like with them and Aussie? The whole point of Heathcliff is he is not white. Yeah. That's what I heard. I don't know anything about it. I know nothing about nothing. But I know that it is annoying that, you know, it's not fun. Okay, let's transition. Okay. I think that's the wrong one. That's what we were playing earlier. Let me pull up the Britney Spears one. Period. Are there captions? I'm like, I need lyrics. Okay, I'm gonna... Hello, Mr. Jojo. It's been a long time to see. Ugh. It's been a long time. How have you been? It can be like that, but I think traditionally it's much more simple. Yeah. Oh, I'll also... Okay, let's look up the hero's journey. Hero's journey. Wheels Dojo. Look at that. See? It knows what I'm talking about. It's fine. There's the hero's journey. Jesus, that made me dizzy. That's fun. Do you guys know this music video? Now that I know, most times people are wearing wigs, I'm like, wow, that is a wig. Like, how often is Britney Spears wearing a wig, bro? Also, this is my tea. This is my tea for taro and tea. This is some powdered nasty. Bonk. Yes, I see lots of wigs in the group. Yeah, literally. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Thanks for letting me listen to that for a bit. I'm really over it. Okay, let's play the Jazz House again. Perfect. Let's get it back to me. Yay! Wait, where's my overlay? Goal. Oh, my goals are not here? Oh, that's weird. That's so weird. Where is it? Huh. Oh, I should make some tea. I got a Dreamer's tea recently that helps with lucid dreaming. Ooh! What's in there? Is it like mugwort? There's a kitty. And, Blue Lotus. Blue Lotus is very good for that. Okay, so we are gonna pull some cards. I know, we're just catching up, which is really nice. And I get very easily distracted, as you can tell. Do you want to come say hello? Come. Come say hello. Huh? Oh, I know. Ooh, whoa. We have a kitty. It's too bright. Say hello to everybody. Hold on. I don't. I'm just trying to get the wires off of you. Bite. Chomp. Okay. There you go, honey. Thank you. This is Miss Farah, a very powerful lady. She is 5 years old. She turned 5, I don't know, in the fall. I don't know her real birthday. When I got her, she was very tiny. I don't think she was 6 weeks at all. Just a little baby. She also carries so much static. You're bonking. Bonking the mic. She's so staticky. The house is carpeted, so and she be, you know, zooming and rolling around in there, so and sometimes I feel so bad. I like go boop the Snoop and then I static her. I've never seen Farah before. Can you show us her neck for no particular reason? I'm so sorry she left. I will pull up some pictures of Farah on my threads. There's a really good thread of me and Gray making fun of Farah. 'Cause she's a trap queen. Not in that way. Her traps are fucking intense. Maybe she is just like me. All of my muscles are in my traps. You can't tell because I have hair there. Okay, I was still working on my Pinterest. Pinterest dark mode. Okay. Web. Dark mode is only available on mobile. Oh my god. That's so embarrassed, bro. That's upsetty spaghetti. Everything else is on dark mode. I guess that's what we're doing. I guess that's what it is. I respect her autonomy. Me too. We try to respect her autonomy here. Okay. So I guess we're gonna have to use Pinterest in bright mode, which is disgusting. Or let me do something real quick. I'm gonna screenshot this and then put it on Canva and then remove the background. Clipboard. Oh, that was very loud. Why did that sound happen on my computer? That was so weird. Why did it go through my speaker? Everything is so bizarre right now. I'm sorry. As usual, I'm figuring things out as we go. What am I doing? Okay, we're going to Canva. Okay, I'll show you my computer. I'll show you. I'll show you camera in a second. Actually, no. Just wait. I'm sorry. You just have to wait. Saturn in Aries means you have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be the verb of patience. As we do things on the fly. Is this a good size? Yes. Okay. Oh my god, delete. Everyone leave. Oh, this is not the right size. Okay. Hello, what's up? How we doing? How do I say your name? Yeah, this is nice. Is that what your name is? Is that how I read it? I'm currently trying to figure out my background. I want to have my little Valentine's Pinterest board up there, but I want to change it to be dark mode. Let's at least put it there for now, actually. Let me not leave you waiting because I don't have my shit together. Perfect. Okay. Excellent. How are you doing? Are you going to tell me how I say your name? I think that looks cool. I have to look at it because it's mirrored. Oh, I could have used Command F. My bad. Yay! Okay, great. Amazing. How are you doing? Yeah, this nice? Yeah, this nice. Happy Friday the 13th. Does anyone have any Friday the 13th rituals? Do you believe in Lucky 13, or are you afraid of it? Tell me. Tell me your lore. Though I should be talking about my lore. We will get into it. I just need to get my aesthetics in place. Perfect. Do we like the jazz? Are we having a good time with the jazz? Ooh, perfect. Should we make it? No, let's just make it this. I like it. I stay away from spooky stuff. I'm just a baby. I'm watching a cat named Jazz right now. Ooh! I love your pet sitting lore. Does that say anything have anywhere on your chart? I wonder. Should I just make this bigger? North Node in Virgo says I'm meant to work with animals a bit. Wait, that's so cool! Also, the Sag Cancer placements are very Earth baby friendly. Really? I see the Cancer, but I didn't know about the Sag being Earth baby friendly. That's so cute. Okay, V-Day BG. Alright. Let's open this. Let's open this bad boy up. Where is it? I opened it and now I lost it. Oh, is it behind? No. It has disappeared. Oh no, it's right here. I'm so silly. Yay! Perfect. Perfect. That's literally all I wanted. Okay. I think we're done being distracted. Oh, wait, why did it... Oh. Should we do this full screen? View. No. I didn't mean to do that. Is there a full screen option? Oh, there is. We did it. Okay. I am centered. We are ready. Okay. Wait, I have my North Node in Virgo. I've wanted to work with animals too. Wait, that's so exciting. What house is your North Node in? My psychic lady told me it meant I'd be good at that kind of work. You probably are too. Oh, you guys have psychics? I love that. I have I've been to a there's like I've had different types of psychic readings, but I've had a my future read to me one time, and that was like the first time that I really got into, I guess that was still when I was entering my journey with spirituality, and it was a very, very trippy experience. I've only experienced oracle readings at that time, and they would be at events or at a friend's house, but no professionals. So, and then even then, so when I did my yoga teacher training, we would do an oracle read, and then they would pull a tarot card, and then they would always read from the booklet, and I would be like, I don't understand. And whenever you go to an event, sometimes people, if it's a group event, they lay the oracles out on the floor or on a table, and you have they're just all spread out, and then one person goes at a time and you pick up a card, an oracle deck, and they would be just go, and then you will intuitively know which one is yours. And at this time, my intuition was shot. I always doubted myself. I could not tell you where in my body and where in my spirit my intuition lay. So I was like, how do you know that that's the right one? And people would hover their hands over the card and then be like, and then you'd get a feeling. So this is what developing your psychic abilities or your intuition, it takes a lot of time and practice to get to know to trust your intuition, to know what it feels like for you, and to have a tell for yourself. And something that I'm learning is that I have like a clear knowing, and some people like hear things, some people like feel like a physical gut reaction. Um, but for me, it's like it doesn't sound like a voice, it's just like right. But sometimes I do hear a voice and it's just like today I was picking my earrings and then picking my necklaces. Oh, this one like fell off. And it was like, no, you're not wearing that today. I'm like, oh, okay. Jeez, why? And I was just like, okay, whatever. But sometimes it's just like, I do be like, no, like, I want this. And that's the funny thing, right? Like, we even fight with our own intuition sometimes. It took me like 5 years to start feeling real with tarot. Yeah. Same, actually. I need to build my intuition. It takes a lot of effort. Like, you really. And a lot of the times, like, I'm still testing myself, like, every day, like, getting to know my intuition and like how it shows up. And I think it really is like it's an act of listening to yourself. It's an act of care for yourself, which is very sweet. One small thing that like came up the other day was like I went for a walk with these new shoes. But I wore those shoes the day before and they were heels. They're like the Doc Martens with like the platform heels, like the heeled booties. They were like my friends, and then I ended up having them. But anyway, I wore them the day before, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. But I wore them with an insole. For some weird fucking reason, I was like, let me take this insole out, so that I think it's because like I felt like my toes were getting squished because they are small. I'm usually like a size 7 in, but then sometimes I wear 6.5, and I was like, I don't need the insole, I'll be fine. And then a part of me was like, okay, like maybe just like bring it in your purse just in case you'll need it later. Oh, I'm walking. I did not bring it. I was like, I'll be fine. So there's your intuition, and then there's your ego. That was what was at play in that moment. I was like, oh my god. I walked. It wasn't that long of a walk. This was probably like a mile. I don't know. A kilometer. Let me check the map. Let me check the map to be accurate. I love accuracy. Like I literally just went and I walked to the Shoppers and I was like, this sucks. I was fucking dying, bro. Shoppers. So, what does it say? This is, yeah, it's literally a kilometer. So that's half a mile. Half a mile of walking, and I was just like, please. My feet were like sliding at the bottom. It was terrible. And then basically when I got to Shoppers, I had to buy another insole because it was like so treacherous. I'm like, I'm not gonna take a friggin' Uber. I'm not gonna take the bus. Like this is, I was like, I'll figure this shit out. Basically there was like a boil at the bottom of my foot. Ew. It wasn't. It could have become that. It wasn't at that point yet, but small things like that constantly remind me of like listen to my intuition, and it like teaches me like what is my intuition versus like my ego. Because in my head I'm like, no, I'll be fine. Like I thought that was my intuition. I thought my intuition was like, we're gonna be okay. Sometimes like intuition is like, it is a very quiet knowing. It's just like, that would be a good idea. Okay? No, okay. But like an ego would be like, no, don't listen to that. Do you know what I mean? Like there's more voice to it. What are we? Okay, hold on. Let me catch up on that. I'm gonna fix this thing. I need to build my intuition. Yes. Everyone would it would benefit you a lot. You know, like even like just like with food. I love, practicing my intuition with food. Like, should I add more salt? Should I add this? It's a great like immediate response. I have had dreams of my exes cheating on me, and I was always right. Damn, Aries do be psychic. I never see the girls' faces, but I always saw the back of their heads, and that's what they look like in real life. Oh my god, that's so scary. What does that say about me? Oh, and one time I was picking a Labubu blind box and I had a feeling it was a secret brown one. People kept laughing at me, but I was so serious that I thought it was a secret. We opened it, I was right. So the thing with Aries, this isn't like people will say like Scorpio is psychic, Cancer, Pisces are psychic because like they're water signs and they're like very like known for being intuitive and like in tune with their emotions. With Aries, with fire signs are the secret psychics because like you have to be fast and very determined in your action as a fire sign. So to me, that is a form of being psychic. You trust yourself, you believe in your intuition immediately. Like you are so connected to things, like even if it's like a fast pace, like it burns quickly, like it's there and you grab it. People don't pay attention to that, you know? So it's good that you are able to like catch those moments and catch those realities and be like, I was right. Like you're not always going to be right, but knowing that like there is proof that will help you build that intuition and that like strength and that connection more. Sometimes you get messages, your intuition through dreams. I've had stuff like that before too. Dreams are important. I love dreams. I've had a dream about my ex cheating too and was right. Never seen other people though. I don't think I've ever had like dreams about like being cheated on, or at least like I don't remember. I think when I was younger, I would wake up and be like, you cheated on me in my dream. I don't remember those, but I know like when I see the memes, I'm like I used to relate to them, but now that I have a deeper connection to my dreams and like my intuition, I don't remember any like dreams like that. Development Psi or cultivate G. Both of them. I feel like Aries is very connected to their body intuition. How do you feel about like earth signs? Ooh, the Saleya Jihadi is on. Hello, Randy. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. I'm so late. I predicted a lot of my friends' breakups and how they would break up. Dang. Did you tell them about your prediction before they broke up? Yeah. Oh my god, you did. Some I didn't. Yeah, like I feel like it depends on like your friendship, right? And like, because some people would be like, are you trying to cause drama? Like if they don't trust you, not that like you are, but like it's like, why the fuck would you tell me this? That's like so messed up. Like some people like are so like, let's say in psychosis with their relationship, me, that they'd be like, that was rude, and they're not open to that. They're not open to feedback. And that's okay. Like you can only do as much as you can. And then it sucks when like you tell them and then you lose your connection. Like I think that's what sucks, when like you lose your friendship over that. But I've seen that people do make up after that, but it is like the connection has been like become fragile. My Taurus sister has a psychic sense for knowing where good food was and when it would be ready. Yeah. My Virgo ass is like, I know exactly what this needs and when it's missing. My poor mother. Luckily, I'm cooking again, so like, no one needs to deal with my wrath. Only me. I deal with my own wrath. They'd stay together for years, and they'd remind me about what I told them, and they start freaking out. Oh. That's interference in my opinion, but it's 100% hit rate. What can you do? Yeah. Yeah, like it's a canon event. Like, do you know, what happens if... What is the butterfly effect that happens if you, like, blah, blah, blah? I don't know. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts on that? I want to clean my desk so that we can do a tarot reading. I have two decks that I like to read from. I have the OG Rider Waite Smith. What? Rider Smith. You know what I mean. This one. The OG one. And then I also have this one. Outgrow Yourself. It is from a Norwegian, I think, Nordic, Akta Spamen. I think Akta Spamen is the... Akta Spamen Outgrow Yourself Oracle and Tarot is a universal tool that offers easy access to fully understanding oneself. The flowers will guide you in everyday, every way decisions and offer eternal wisdom. Knowing your future is growing your future. I feel like this is very like Saturn. Some readings I get seem to come true no matter what I do about it. Ooh. I have a question. Is it cheating if your partner breaks up with you but sleeps with a person a week later that they told you not to worry about? I wouldn't call that cheating. Would you take them back? Oh, okay, this is the next part. Would you take them back if they want to get back together with you because they realize you're the one? Didn't happen to me, but happened to my friend. I mean, ew. I wouldn't call that cheating, but that is still betrayal. That's like big activities. Yeah, that's greed. That's greed. And then suddenly they have regrets. Like, cheating is not the word I would categorize it in. Yes, I would categorize it under betrayal. It's very disrespectful. It's like a technicality. You know? I think, like, I don't know. Like, how long did it take for them to get back together again? Yeah, I told her it's not cheating. Oh, right, I read that, sorry. 4 months after breaking up. Oh, okay. You're right though. So perhaps it can be cheating because it's possible that they were doing like emotional cheating before. Ooh, ad break in 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And like they broke up with you out of nowhere. Oh. Says they just needed time and space to do some disrespect on a technicality. Like, yeah. Diamond's fit to get a piece of that ass. What the hell? Literally, no, please. That's not cool, man. And blames you for being too clingy and emotional? Because you're spending your time and attention with somebody else? Sounds like a classic avoidance issues that therapy needs to resolve. Yeah. Like, but the thing is, also, you also don't need to be a part of the resolution. Ooh, Giddy Dale. Did she just turn the light on? I'm just joking. You know what I mean? Like, just because a man can get therapy, assuming this is a man, because this is man activities, assuming just because a man can go to therapy does not mean you need to stick around for that either. Truly, a little pee on his shoes. Wait, I was like, why did I read like that? Cis philo man. Of course. Of course, it's a cis Filipino man. But babe, I just needed some time. The babe. Oh my god. I hated that. Wait, where did my marker go? He needs time and help. Period. 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 Ooh. Yeah. Like, I think, like, how long did they stay together? That's so sad. And it's kind of like, I don't know. I love how much tea is present in this room. That's good. That's good that they broke up after. That she broke up with him after. Like, I know that's hard. Well, I've been there. We know this. We will drop that lore. I think I'm gonna make a sub goal to drop into deep lore. I think that'll be more fun. Right now I have a PC goal, but I even need to set that up. Sorry, I didn't realize my lip liner, my like lip stain was not even. I applied it with photo booth. Like, I think it'll be fun to have very specific episodes. I'm really excited about this podcast. Thanks for coming to hang out with me, guys. Now I'm kind of like, should we have background music for the podcast? Does that make sense? Can you even hear the music? Ad time. Okay. The projection is bonkers. Wait. But now he's upset at her because she went on a date? But his pride and ego got hurt, so now he's acting like the victim. They broke up. It's his first time getting broken up with, and he's a Leo. Ew. Ew. I hate it. What am I thinking? I'm like looking at my lips. I'm like, do I look crazy? Are my lips still uneven? I think they are on camera. The thing that's so interesting with like, I think like, I don't know why they feel a type of disrespect when it's over. Like it's different when it is a break or like whatsoever, you know, like especially when he had the idea of getting back together. Like, yeah, like that is a disrespect. But like if it's over, it's done. Like I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna turn that off. 8. I love you. It's 1 minute left. They're afraid of their own ghosts. Ooh, this is so good. Tea. Yeah. I hate that. That's so ugly. That is interesting though, because like when I like I think he can't face his own actions. He can't face his own disrespect. He can't take accountability. Like he still feels ownership over her. That's the ugly part. Like it's like, yeah, I think that because he's like, oh, like I can come back to her whenever I want. She's not supposed to be dating other people after me, you know? And I think like that's accountability. Like Kelly, I was just saying that like it's disgusting and like he feels ownership over her, and it's like I find that is a very cis man experience, and it's a very patriarchal way, right? Where the man believes that they own the woman. And we are back. Okay, oops, I thought you were back earlier. Dang it, I was talking to you the whole time. Maybe my chat is late. But I was just talking about men, straight dating, the patriarchy. Also, wait, can we take a quick vote? Do we want the background music? Can you even hear it? I think I turned it down. Do we like it, or is it better without the music? I'm like, I don't listen to podcasts. I don't. Do people have background music in podcasts? Yep. Women are under woman mindset, yeah. Yucky. I can't hear it unless I turn it all the way up, but it's nice. Okay. Yeah, I turned it very, very down. I turned it very down. Okay. Yes, so like my experience of toxic dating, specifically cis Filipino men, it is ownership, and just like what get from like reading people's experiences and like bad relationships where it's just like they will. Okay, so the reason why I say ownership is because if you see how they treat their pets, it will mirror you. So they will neglect. Okay, so one of my exes had a dog, and the dog, he'd be out all day, like the dog would be a family, but like he's the favorite, like that's his dog. And the dog, he would get home from work, the dog would be so excited to see him, and he'd be like, why are you like this? Why are you so hyper? Why? And but also he's like loving up on the dog, and he's like, oh my god, like relax. But I'm like, even if you're saying that jokingly, you want them to chill the fuck out. And like what I really appreciate like having a cat is respecting autonomy and how like different people navigate that, because like a dog is a yes man, and people like beat their dogs up, and I hate that, but it's very normal for training. And it's like, if they don't comply, they're sent to the fucking corner. If me and Farah have a fight, we walk away from each other. I apologize to her because I know I pissed her off. I'm like, I rage bait her. And then also like, she's a cat, like the house is staticky, like she's like, it's a very autistic experience of just like becoming overstimulated. So I'm like, my bad, like my bad, twin, like that's my fault for real. Does she need to bite me every time? No, she doesn't, but she's literally a tiny animal. I'm a giant person. Who cares? So, jail to that ex. Wait, hold on. It's crazy because if we never got colonized, we wouldn't have this mindset. It's so real. Like, especially being a Asian diaspora, we are supposed to be quiet and small and keep our heads down and answer to the man and be a cog in the machine. No. But Asian femme presenting people are like very indoctrinated into a keep your mouth shut, do as you're told, be good, or you won't get fed. You won't have a good place to sleep. And a lot of marriages, like boomer marriages, are like that. A lot of conservative households are like that. No, I'm whispering. Like, we think about, like, traditional marriages, and, like, I see memes where, like, if you're with a racist husband, like, that means you're racist because you comply with the racism. But it's like, yes, and they're also very heavily under patriarchal systems. And whether or not, like, let's say they're awake, let's say they are anti being small, out of safety, sometimes it's impossible to leave that. Out of the purpose of survival, sometimes they have to stay with their racist husband. It's very sad. I don't know. And like, we'd be so much more spiritual, tattoos and everything. Yes, if we weren't colonized, like the Philippines. Like I love like really old Filipino history. Like I still have a hard time like finding more information about that. I would love to, and but I know like it's also just hard to find books around that because like they just don't exist. They've just been taken away. Isn't that sad? That's so sad. I'm getting sweaty. I did not finish cleaning my desk because we got deep into conversation. But yeah, like with the pets thing, right? So like that ex was very like catering to their dog. They would buy them everything, like give them the fancy food, like but every movement was very resentful. It was like, "Oh my god, I have to do this again. Oh my god, I have to buy dog food. Oh my god, I have to be the one to walk the dog." And like that same language, like also like that guy was just like a very exhausted person. Like he felt like that about everything, you know? So me being another person who was also chronically disabled, it was just like, oh no, like really? And it was hard because like I think like being so like in a society that is so focused on romantic relationships, we both get into this trap of like, well, we need to do stuff for each other even if it's hard. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think like the values of compromising, that's also part of indoctrination. But yeah, I feel like it, like you know like I wonder if like a cis man thing and like hetero relationships is just like them trying to find ownership of their own lives as well. Like, is that how they look at it? Libra rising problems? No, literally, please. I don't know. Like, I have gone through this battle of should I center relationships or not? Should I like stop focusing on relationships, romantic relationships, and should I learn to become more independent? You know? Oh wait, never mind. Doxy's Libra sun. My Saturn journey has been all about developing more Aries qualities in relationships. Ooh, yes. I am going back into that. I feel like when Saturn was in Pisces, I think that was very much like soft, like let's say the algorithm was very like soft girl, like soft relationships, like becoming a soft woman, which is like low key tradition, like trad femme, trad wife indoctrination. And like I'm not that girl. I am very much like I go for what I want. Like I make the first move when it comes to like femme relationships. Like I am the boyfriend. When it comes to like hetero relationships, like I sometimes put on this role of baby, but I do start with being mask and then I kind of fall into like the heteronormative femme baby mode, and I think that's when I lose myself, where it's kind of just like, help me, man. Take care of me, man. Ew, I hate it. Same. I make the moves typically and wear the pants. Yeah, like I don't know, like it's kind of just nice. It's just like I know what I want, and I get what I want. Like um. What about you, Mar? What is your seventh house? What is your relationship? Like for me, I think like it's also like in the manifestations space. It's kind of like you wait to receive, and the waiting to receive thing. Like I've never been good at that. Um, but also like I'm not really good at asking for what I want. So, whoop, did you guys hear that? There was a startup sound. She said,
Do you want to say hello again? Do you want to say hello again? No.
exactly like it actually only has to make sense to you for you to do it. Yeah. Oh my god, do you guys know the button lady on TikTok? I'm gonna make 365 buttons. How are you gonna do that? What are you gonna put on it every day? Guys, I don't care. I'm sorry, that was confusing. And she was just like, it only has to make sense to me, okay? And I was like, real. Same. I always feel like I have to work hard for it versus waiting for the timing for it to reach me. Yes, I love her. LMAO, inspirational. Literally, like she started the year off strong. I feel like that was a very like good preview to like the year of the horse and Saturn and Aries. Um, Happy Friday the 13th and Saturn moving into Aries. Let me change the title again. um, I always feel like I have to work hard for it versus waiting for the timing for it to reach me. Yeah, and I wonder if that's like because this is your Saturn return, so like it's very different for you. Like it sounds like you do have to work hard to get like for Aries. Like I don't really know what I'm thinking. I think like the receiving like manifestation thing is something that like I think about where it's like maybe it's something that I need to learn to like make it known that I want it and like to believe that I want it and to allow myself to want it. So I think like sometimes like that's it's hard to let ourselves want things and to have our desires be a desire. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. For me, it's more self-focused where I was in long-term relationships my whole life until now. Same. Literally same. I've been in like my first long-term relationship was in high school when I was 16, and my relationships have been 3 to 4 years since then. Lover girls for life, literally. I have a tattoo that says lover over here. Let me roll this up. Lover. I do want to get it done so that it's like connects to a heart. I don't know why I didn't ask her for that. I still regret not doing that. And she did this like on it was a Valentine's Day what is it? What was it called? When they have like specials? Flashcard. It was Valentine's Day flash. Um what was I talking about? Desire. Yes. I think like one thing that I'm really learning about is like holding on to a desire and letting myself like really want it. Cuz sometimes like I don't believe I deserve to want that. So I don't even like I think it's not possible for me, so I don't even like dream about it anymore. So that's something that I'm also getting more situated with is letting myself desire again. You know, like I've been so far away. Hello, now we're intimate again. um like I've been dreaming so small for the past few years, and I miss dreaming big, and I feel like Saturn moving and like Jupiter moving into Leo will be really fun. But for a while I've kind of just been like with the chronic illness thing, like I've basically just been dreaming of a good consistent month. That's all that I dream about. It's like being reliable, responsible, and like dependable, which is kind of sad. But I think and because like having that as a dream, I don't really have the volition to like push myself further. So dreaming bigger things will help me become more reliable, become more dependable, because I want to make those big dreams come true versus just like hoping for the day that my body will like cooperate with me. Teehee. Jupiter in Leo is my Jupiter opposition. Dang. Oh, oops. I forgot to stream this on YouTube, but it's okay, I'll deal with it later. I'll just upload it. That's my Jupiter return. Jupiter in Leo. I also have Venus there and Mercury, so like Jupiter in Leo is usually a good year for me. The last time Jupiter was in Leo, I think was 2015. Maybe before that. Let's see. I love looking up Jupiter dates. I keep looking up Jupiter dates and Saturn dates. I love it. I love it. I love astrology. Jupiter in Leo, 2014 to 2015. That was in my 11th house, and that was a lot of networking for me, very much outside of my normal scope. Excuse me. And that was very, very fun. I moved to LA at that time. I was in new environments. It was very intense. And 2015 to 2016, I was, so that was Virgo in my 12th house. That was a darker year, but I was more steady and grounded. I was in LA and I was like in a place, and I was in a good place, but also I was like very dark and depressed and like in like active addiction. It sounds like a glowing year for you. Yes, I'm gonna be very excited. The last time Jupiter was in Cancer was in 2013 to 2014. That was, I think I was also making like, a lot of like so Cancer's in my 10th house, so like career type moves in a way. Like I don't know, still growing similarly with Leo, and then Leo was kind of like, I think Cancer was like I was testing the waters, and then Leo, I was flourishing in what I was trialing in. So I'm hoping that this year will be that, you know? I feel like I've done a lot of experimenting the last few years. And I don't know, like channeling tarot and tea is kind of like that feels like a very good nod from the universe. Does that mean you have a Cancer MC too? Yes, I do. My Cancer moon is the only thing above the horizon on my MC. Ooh, I have nothing above the horizon. I only have a Cancer MC. On either side, I have my Leo stellium. Ooh, my Leo stellium in my 11th house, and then I have my 9th, 8th house Gemini moon. We got really distracted, but that's fine. This is a fun pod. That's so wild. So cool to see another subterranean chart. Ooh, what do you mean by subterranean? In terms of chart. I was also born in the Philippines, so that's why. But I don't know. I don't know. I know obviously that like makes Okay, so I want to let's cleanse this deck with some Palo Santo. I haven't done that in a while. The next time that there's a ad break, I want to go pee. I got a bunch of new lighters. Oh my god, that is so Saturn and Aries. I got a bunch of new lighters. I was very prepared for Saturn remediation. That's so silly of me. Everything below the middle line is more private versus the houses above the horizon. Oh, okay. So yes, those are above the horizon, but like, oh, okay. So I'm like, what the heck? I always thought that it was funny that the Cancer Moon was the only thing up there because it's super introverted. Yeah. Burn? Maybe burn. Hehe. Yes, I have a lot. I have a stellium in my 4th house. 4th and then also like Saturn in the 5th. But I think like Placidus is also 4th house. Okay, so let's read some cards for the... I'm gonna turn off the music. It's pissing me off. It is not the vibe that I want. It's not pissing me off. It's just not the vibe. Yeah, I'm not gonna look... Ooh, actually. This looks cute. Okay, perfect. Okay, excellent. So let's do a reading for the last 3 years for Saturn and Pisces. I wanted to bring... My desk is so messy. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna show. Okay, so Saturn and Pisces, the last 3 years, started in like 2023, right? Let's give us a closing reading. So what happened before? Ooh. Where we are now. And future. Oh, hold on. This is a little intense. Should I do it? Should I share my desk? Oh no, this is the wrong one. Shit, I don't know where the other one is. So we got the 6 of Swords reversed for the past. So like basically the summary of most of Pisces, Saturn and Pisces. For right now in this moment, we got the Emperor reversed, which is really funny. Like obviously we are in Aries Saturn. And Saturn is it in detriment or was it in detriment in Pisces? And then for the future, we have Judgment. That is interesting. When I read Judgment, I immediately thought about our political climate. Things are gonna come to light, and I know a lot of people have been talking about that already. Boop. That spread is so fitting. It's in fall in Aries. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like, why is it in fall in Aries? Okay, I have to open apps. Then I have to charge my phone. Hello? What is going on? Okay, I think Aries does not like authority, likes to be free and independent, and Saturn is like, no, I'm your daddy, and smacks down. That's so interesting that you said that, because like Saturn in Aries is very like, so I saw someone post that Saturn in Pisces was like, I'm your daddy, and then Saturn in Aries is like, no, I'm your daddy. And I'm like, that? I believe that. Okay, let's what is this? Where do I mirror? Perfect. Using my fucking phone. What? Hello? What is it doing? Wide. Ultra wide? Oh, it's because I have to unlock the screen. There we go. That make a sense. And then rotate. Perfect. Okay. Sorry. And then I have to change the camera. I have an action cam. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Excellent. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. That's annoying. I still want to be the main picture. I've heard of Saturn in Aries as the disciplined warrior archetype, giving Aragorn vibes, and that to me is daddy in another way. Ooh, actually, I don't know much about Aragorn. Am I saying that right? Other than the fact that that was... No, I'm thinking Legolas. I don't know nothing about nothing, bro. Copy. Oh, it's right here. Please. Please. Why are you so gigantic? Okay. Let me move that. Gate. Excellent. Okay, cute. Boom. So, how are we feeling about these cards? Right? Isn't that nice? In my hands. Hello. I wanted to paint my nails red, but I don't really have. Okay. So first when this came out, this is so on theme. It feels really good, right? So this is us during Saturn and Pisces. It felt like this was definitely me. Like, it was a struggle trying to move and make changes. So upright, this is Six of Swords, and usually this is a card about moving to something new, literally like traveling, finding safety. And I feel like Saturn and Pisces had a hard time figuring that out because of the rough waters. Because Pisces is a very like Neptunian sign. It is dreamy. It's not straightforward. It likes to be a part of things. It likes to belong, but also in a way that is like very like enrapturing. Like, it's very not insidious, but Pisces like can... This is more Scorpio, but like they can dig their claws really deep. Pisces like emotionally can puncture and grow. This music is still not my vibe. I'm gonna turn off the music. Okay. So for me, Saturn and Pisces, I was very much at lots of fog for sure. Yes. I felt like I was going through psychosis. I was dealing with a lot of like health issues. Like it was a hard time for me to find safety in my body. Like Pisces was in my sixth house, so sixth house of like health and service. I was having a hard time finding purpose. Although I was going to the gym a lot, so I was laying the foundation on that, and that was really fun. I felt like I was constantly moving through harsh terrain. It's so crazy you say this. I experienced so much of this during that transit. This is enlightening to hear. I'm so glad. Thank you for validating that. Yeah, like Pisces for me is like very dreamy. My Pisces friends that are women, they are very grand visioners. They have a good vision and they're able to tackle it very strongly. So I feel like it's interesting that like Saturn does not do well in Pisces because like the Pisces women that I know are very hard workers. Um so I feel like maybe that was the thing about me not being able to dream either. That was this card that was Pisces in or Saturn in Pisces. I wasn't allowed to dream bigger than what was in front of me because I was barely able to push forward. Oh. I'm like, where's my phone? Why did I vibrate? And like I think there's also like so we think of beer we gotta work. Okay. Thanks for being here, Doxy. The thing about swords also, they are an air element, right? Swords are thoughts. There's the like what is that? The Nine of Swords, the one where like it's crying over in its bed. Let's see, this one, the Nine of Swords. So this is a sword. So the Nine of Swords is about like usually like nightmares, overthinking, not being able to sleep because of these looming thoughts, and also just like literally like if you have swords stacked on here, like yes, they can be for protection, but it's also like why do you need so much? And also it's kind of scary, like they can follow you at any time. So I'm kind of thinking of that in the same way of like, are these swords really protecting or are they keeping her in from leaving? Wait. I just noticed the lip color you're wearing is slaying with your outfit. Thank you so much. I pulled this for this month too. The collective is collecting. So like when I was in my psychosis relationship, it did feel like this. It felt like we were trying to go somewhere together. It felt like we were trying to go in the same direction, but our values and our purpose were just not in alignment with each other. And so it was as if these swords were puncturing right through the ground and keeping us from getting anywhere. Teehee. And then we have, so for now, in this moment right here, we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is a very Aries card. This card is about being in power, knowing your strengths, and knowing who you are. A man that leads and who gets shit done. Like you can see, like, yes, he is in his king, what is that, robes, but he's also still wearing his armor underneath, so he is ready for battle at any second. We have red and orange. So red is for our roots, our root chakra, and then we also have the orange, which is your solar plexus, I believe. I had to entertain a friend, so I was mute for a bit. I'm back. Seems interesting. Hello, Mr. Jojo. Welcome back. I'm just pulling a reading for our recent transit, Pisces, Saturn, and Pisces. So, I've never thought to incorporate the chakras. It's so cool. Yes, that's how I think about energies. I think about them in the chakra system. It helps me to just categorize them, because you know, like the root and color magic. So this was us during Pisces in Saturn and Pisces. So that was the last 3 years. Saturn was in the sign of Pisces. It just left Pisces today. It's now in Aries. So this is the card that I pulled for that, but it was upside down. This is exactly like this is a very interesting card that we got it upside down. So some tarot readers read reversals and some tarot readers just like read them normally. But the Emperor is a very Aries card. So root, so and then so like red is like action and then orange is creativity. Actually, I think yellow is creativity. Maybe orange is more sexuality and like sexual organs. But we have this guy reversed. So now I think this actually might have to do with the Mercury in retrograde. Mercury is in retrograde in a few days. I'm not too sure when, but we are in its shadow period and there is an eclipse coming up. So perhaps we are like, obviously, like we literally just left Pisces, so things are still a little bit foggy. Like the fog is just lifting. Let's say you're in San Francisco, it's very foggy there, and then the sun is just rising. So the sun is just warming the land to like clear the fog out of the way, but it's still a little bit damp and you should still be careful with driving. Sorry if I missed, did you say you read reversals or not? Yes, I do read reversals. I was just explaining that sometimes tarot readers don't read reversals. So we are in a state of caution. We have eclipse season, we have Mercury retrograde coming, and so we are ending our lessons and we are moving into a fiery state. Now, this is the card that is very interesting to me. Judgment, the future. Now, also, this is specifically for the Saturn and Pisces reading. I'm going to pull cards for Saturn and Aries. So I think, like, think of this as, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of like the hope of Saturn and Pisces, the reflections of, like, the Saturn and Pisces. So Judgment. This one, the moment that I pulled this, it gave me the feeling of our current crisis, political climate, and it's in crisis. And for a long time, we're all kind of hoping that like things come to light and that people, that judgment is set upon them. Look at that booty crack. So this Judgment is a very intense card for me. I usually don't enjoy getting it. Maybe it's because I'm a Libra rising. Like it just feels very like, and also just like I grew up Catholic, so it's very like the end of days, and maybe it is the end of days for some people. Hopefully, who knows? They deserve it, you know. So that is Saturn and Pisces. Oh man, this is so spot on. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There we go. Don't look at my other stuff. Don't look. My very small desk. Just me shoving everything. Let me just shove everything away. Okay, hold on. I gotta move everything around so I can have room to shuffle. I feel the same about the Judgment card. It doesn't feel good. No, it sounds like I'm getting in trouble. Okay, this is for Saturn in Aries. Saturn in Aries. What is your reading of the Judgment card? I don't really have a lot. Is there a specific way to shuffle? No. I think it just depends on the cards. Like these cards, sometimes some card stock is very thick and it's hard to shuffle. Some tarot readers have a specific ritual that they like to do. I like to knock on mine to like reset the energy. And then, so like I just like to shuffle, I like to do a mix of that shuffle and then, I don't know what these shuffles are called. And then, sometimes I like to just like let the cards plop out when they want to. tarot reading is very dependent on the reader. People have their own rituals. People have, their special equations. I just like to be led. I'm just an instrument. Okay, so what do we need to know? Please let us know for Saturn and Aries. Okay. We have the past. Are you fucking real? Saturn and Aries right now. Ooh, tea. Saturn and Aries future. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm like, what's her name? What's that lady that ran for president? I'm not American, so I don't know about your politics, but because I was thinking some cards would always be in the same orientation if someone just stacked them back together and didn't let the orientation change. You make a good point. Oh, bridge shuffle, that's what it's called. Thank you. I do a bridge shuffle and occasionally flip half the deck to reverse some of the cards. So, we got Judgment again, but we got it in reverse. So, I think, so this is us looking in the past from the perspective of Saturn and Aries. Did we make good decisions? Now, Saturn and Aries, it does make quick decisions, and I think this is like, what is this card trying to tell us? Are we afraid? Because, like, that's how I feel about Judgment, right? It scares me. It makes me nervous. I think we shouldn't be afraid, is what this reversal is saying. There is some hope to be garnered from this, that whether or not we made the right decisions, things are looking up. What does from the perspective of Saturn and Aries mean? I know barely anything. Ignore questions if it's too elementary. No. It's very helpful. I love to talk about astrology. I like to talk about it helps me learn as well. So right now Saturn, the planet, is moving into the sign of Aries. So like in the sky, if we look at the constellations, there's like in astrology there's technically a map, and it's literally moving into the space where Aries lays, and there's like a 30-degree angle of which like that's the space that each sign carries. So Saturn is now moving into Aries. So think of Saturn the planet as, I always get this mixed up. I think of them as like actors on a stage, and I don't know if Saturn is acting like Aries. I think that is what it is. The actor is Saturn and their role is Aries. Is that right? I feel like that sounds right. They like put on the traits of Aries. So let's say Saturn is a more rigid person, so now the character that they have to play has to become more fast pace. Today I got hit with a huge wave of fear, but I realized that's part of the challenge with action, so it all has to be processed regardless. Ooh. Yes, a few days ago I woke up and I just had like a big like gnawing feeling of dread and regret. And I was like, I probably just need to sleep. And then I slept more and then I was fine again. There is a saying that like, if you think everybody hates you, go back to sleep. If you hate everybody, go eat some food. There's a few other things, but those are like some like elementary ways. I don't know. That's cute. That makes sense. You explained that well. It's like Saturn is dealing with Aries themes for the next 2 years. Yeah, I'm sleepy times. Have a good night. Thank you for coming to hang out, Mar. I appreciate you. I hope you have a good night and enjoy your rest. I will be posting this on as a VOD, but I'm also posting it on YouTube. I might make a separate channel for the podcast. I do like that saying about sleeping versus eating to check oneself. Yeah, exactly. So like I think this is like the cards will lay as they are supposed to land. Whether or not we have control over it is not something that we need to lose sleep over. Because we will be flourishing. Hold on. No, we're not done. We're not done. I think Saturn in Aries is trying to judge Pisces and being like, I think it's still about like not dreaming enough and asking for what we want so that we can face judgment more fairly. I think the judgment in like who we are as people, but also in like in manifestation, you rack up a list of things that you quote unquote deserve. If you're not dreaming enough, you're not getting what you deserve. You're getting way less. So don't limit yourself. Period. Okay, that's what needed to come out. Thank you so much for that. That was very hard to read through. I was like, the fuck is this? I'll check myself before I wreck myself, period. That's so exciting. I'm so thrilled to hear about this. Yeah. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself for your wants. Don't judge yourself for your needs. Let yourself have them. Rest is revolution. Dreaming is also resistance. I see themes around boundaries, but also Aries asks us which lines we should be crossing in our lives. Exactly. Ooh, that's so it's interesting. A conversation that I have a lot. I'm a Libra rising, and I have my Leo stellium, so Leo, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter. For me, more is more. More is more. It is what it is. And then I have I have my crush. We talk a lot, obviously. And then I'm like, what? He is very much more like, where is the line to be drawn? And like, what is the limit to this? I have to make sure to not go over that limit. I'm trying to think of his placements. Taurus rising. Sixth house Libra stellium. Like, these aren't very like rigid placements. Fifth house Virgo, Jupiter. Maybe that might be it. And like, I think it's like knowing what, for him it's like knowing what you're capable of and what's necessary, and for me it's like, but how far can we go past what is allowed? How can we know that is what we're only capable of? So I feel like that's this. It is letting yourself cross the boundaries, the glass ceilings. Ooh, I feel like that is a good way of looking at it, because because of the way it literally looks like this, it's like they're on the glass ceiling. They're on the ceiling. They're standing on the ceiling. Break those glass ceilings, honey. Because we have the Ace of Cups hanging out right now. Here with us in this moment, we have the Ace of Cups, which is a very spiritual card. I love it. Very cute. The Eucharist, if you know anything about Christianity, that is the body of Christ. That is the Holy Spirit. And it is overflowing with water. So right now, I think it is a very good space to be introspective and to be grateful for the things, or like to find gratitude, or like make a gratitude list. Not find gratitude, but like to make inventory of the things that you are grateful to have. Don't force yourself to have gratitude, but it's also like, look around you. We're overflowing with greatness, overflowing with gifts. Usually this is about spiritual gifts, but also water is about emotions and intuition, which is what we talked about today. Feels good. Yeah, this is like a very good snapshot of right now of Saturn and Aries. I think what it's saying is that it does enjoy being seen as like a spiritual sign and to be more ritualistic. Ooh, okay. And I haven't been doing that, so I haven't been tending to my altar. And it is enjoying being a part of prayer and dreaming and reflection. And prayer just isn't like wishing, right? So for the future of Saturn and Aries, we have the Empress reversed. Kamala, that's what I was thinking about earlier. I love this. What a cool way to envision it. Thank you. I was thinking, when I pulled this card, this made me think of Kamala. And it's reversed, and in a way where, like, the reason why I thought of Kamala is just like, excuse me, I think that with the way that the world is moving right now, like Mark Carney in Canada, our prime minister, he is like doing press tours, literally saying New World Order, not threateningly. I think it's Canadian, you know, they're nice. I think it's very much like we're changing hands. And I made a thread the other day. I was like, are we actually, you know, in the phase of a new world order, or are we just changing guards? And by that I mean, like, you know, what is the reality of making a change? And I think moving towards a matriarchal society, that is something that like people have been talking a lot about. It, whether it is the direction that is happening, it won't be easy, especially with Saturn and Aries. I think Aries women are very, very powerful, and they can overthrow. And we're getting an ad break in 3 minutes. They can overthrow things. Saturn and Aries, and Saturn and Neptune, the last time that this happened together, the conjunction, there were like civil wars and stuff. So with that in mind, it's like, if this is the dream that we want to make into fruition, we have to be aware that it won't look like what we expect it to be. And I think it's because it needs to be messy first. And maybe that's what this card is. It is a flood of change, a flood of tears, a overflowing of channeling and resources. Yeah. So I don't think the Empress reverse is a bad thing. I think it is because so the Empress upright, she is resourced, she is relaxed, she is happy, she is in her lane, moisturized and happy as hell, you know. So I think, like, to get here we might have to overthrow things, and it will be messy, and I think that's the only difference that we have. Oh my god, I loved that reading. That was so good. Excellent. We're gonna get an ad break soon. I need to go pee. Bro. What am I thinking? We've been streaming for 2 hours now. Excellente. Do you have any notes, Kelly? Oh, let's, oh, I guess I can't put it up because, I like it a lot. And then I want to pull a card for Tarot NT. I think that'll be very insightful. Okay, we have an ad break in 25 minutes, so I will be right back. Sorry, what? 25 minutes, 25 seconds. Okay, it's in 15 seconds now. My bad, that was so dramatic. BRB. Let's put on some music. Yep. Beep.
I'm back.
Okay, we have a minute left. Kelly says 10 out of 10, no notes. I've been feeling similarly, and also this has helped me quite a bit with some things I've been processing lately. I love that! Welcome back. Thank you! Let me turn the music down. What do you think, Mr. Joe? Should we have music on? I know you just got here. How's your night going? I think I'm gonna turn the music down on my end. I'm still in ad mode for a minute. No worries, Kelly. Babysitting my friend's toddler tonight. Oh, that's so cute. How old is the toddler? Does the toddler and your kid get along? Are they friends? Oh, actually, I'm getting water. Water. It's the VIP tea. What is that? They do not? Wait, they don't get along? Oh no! Why not? Is a toddler too much of a baby? That's so funny. I feel like there's like a definitely like an age cutoff when like kids like can vibe or not. Ooh, I forgot to pull a card from my other deck. Okay. My son is 10, tries to be nice to the toddler, but the toddler is very territorial and has bad attitude all the time. Frick. Oh my god, kids, bro. Okay, actually, no, let's see what this. This is a reading. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted it to be. They said no. The guard said no. Hello, Kelly. Welcome back. I was just talking to Mr. Jojo about his situation tonight. That's so sad. Kids are so funny. They get that way when their parents run after the toddler, trying to appease them constantly. They become tyrants, barking orders. Yeah, that's so real. Oh, man. So I don't use this deck often. It is a more plasticky feel than the other deck. I'm not great at shuffling. I don't know a lot of children. I have a nephew. I don't have siblings, so all of my like nieces and nephews are like from my cousins, but I like him. He's the same age as Farah. That's how I remember his age. They're literally the same age. Farah was born in like the fall, and he was born the January after. But I think learning Farah has also taught me to deal with like toddlers a specific way. I'm curious to see what this deck looks like. It sounded cool. I love kids. They're great. I also remembered it's my 5th house perfection year. Ooh, that's exciting. If I was born early in the year, my perfection years would match Jupiter. I'm in my 11th house perfection year right now, so I will have Leo. Jupiter moves into Leo in like June, so I think I'll have that for like 2 months of my perfection year. Okay, so we're gonna pull a card for Saturn and Pisces. This feels Saturn and Pisces, and then one for Saturn and Aries. Okay, bottom of the deck. Never mind. Wow. Okay, we're not reading reverses for this one. These feel very on par. I love it. Okay, so Saturn in Pisces. Let's move you closer. Hello. Your voice will guide you. High Priestess. I love her. I love her. And the Saturn in Aries. Be brave. What are we? Princess of Wands. Look at this kitty. Oh my god. Psychic kitty. Third eye kitty. Isn't this deck so cool? I love it. So this is Pisces and Aries. How fitting. It's so perfect. It's so perfect. I love it. Like, anytime I question if I'm... Oh man, I just fucking shuffled cards stupidly. Anytime I question if I'm like psychic and then shit like that happens, I'm like, wow, I don't know. I don't know if I'm psychic or if like my tools are just very tapped in. Or if my tools are just a reflection of me. Ooh. One of the ways that I learned or taught myself to read tarot and just to like spend time with my cards more, and like that's how you also imbue them with your energy, is by watching TV and shuffling cards, and anything that pops out matches the screen. That was my favorite way of learning tarot, and like just getting to know my deck also. I'm just like, wow, we're like really talking to each other. Okay, last one. So we're gonna do a reading for tarot and tea. I think... Okay. Daryl and T, it's me talking. It's me yapping. Telling you what's up. Okay, period. That's wild. Right? Like, I think, it's a very fun way to develop trust with your deck, also. And a good way to know what kind of, like, language your deck speaks. Okay. Okay. So this is for Tarot and Tea. I just pulled the Queen of Swords too. Oh my god, that's so fun. It's a me, the Queen of Swords. Okay, these are the two. This is tarot, and this is a tea. Shut the fuck up. Look at them. I love. Okay, that's so interesting. So, what I'm reading is that I'm very much more seated in my tarot. And I do feel like I do speak from more of a authoritative space when I speak about tarot. Just because, I don't know. Not that I know much, but like, I know something. And Knight of Wands, it really does give like, hear ye, here's the fucking tea. And as a knight, I'm like the protector and the messenger at the same time. I love it. That's so fun. And the sun. Oh, this is so sweet. Don't forget to water your plants. This will be very nourishing for all. This is getting into some tea. What a great reading. What a great reading for tarot and tea. I love that. I think next episode we're gonna do an astrology. We're gonna read the chart. I want to read the chart for tarot and tea. I think that'll be really fun. That'll be really fun. That's great. I love that so much. Here you guys fucking killing me still. Okay, okay, cards. Do you have any advice? Anything? So, Queen of Swords is telling me to trust in my connection to my sword, my tool, my cards, to trust my connection to them and my authority, and also my breath. The words that come out of my mouth will have strength, I think is the word I'm looking for. I can fucking slice and dice. I can catch attention. And the sun, it's very like, if we nurture it, it's very much like, if you make it, they will come. What is it that people say? And yeah, planting the seed. This is very much planting the seed and letting things grow. If you build it, they will come. Thank you. And then the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands feels very fitting. Like, this whole process has been very much like, just go. I've been talking about making a podcast for, I think I started talking about it, I don't know, like a little bit a month ago, maybe a few weeks ago, to Shio. And then like figuring out a cadence, because I think literally last week he's like, when are you streaming again? And I was like, well, I think I want to do this. And then yesterday, in a manic fit, literally this card, I was like, I gotta do this. Yeah, me as the queen, I can slice and dice you. Better watch out. Literally yesterday at 7 p.m. I like typed out, like, I had to check my history. I was like, when did this happen? At 7 p.m. I typed in tea and tarot tomorrow. It was literally just like channeled through me. I think it was both of these guys. It was just like, "Nerp," and then I had to take action. It was just like, okay, sure, like, I guess it's happening. And then I just had to keep talking about it. And I was like, well, like, this is what's happening. And that was just like writing it on threads, like my diary. And I was just like, like, I guess this is what's going on. Tomorrow I'm gonna do this and that. And it was just a big flurry of thoughts that came to fruition. And I was like, okay. So that was very fun to come to life. and I'm happy about it. I'm very excited about this series, Tarot and Tea. I feel like I might want to start with, I don't know, because like tea, like starting off with tea earlier was very fun. I think I might want to start with tarot next time. We'll see. But I feel like this was a very good pilot episode with a very good launch. I'm also excited. This is cool. Did you see my invite, Mr. Joe? I posted it on my channel or on my on my server. I don't know why I didn't post it on SJ's server. I should have fucking put an invite there. But
I think it's so nice. I think it's so cute.
tomorrow we're gonna have a friend come, and I have to figure out what to freaking interview or ask her about. She is a resident internet romantic. So I was very much like, I need you on this. I need you to be here for fucking Valentine's weekend. Like, I need this to happen immediately. So I'm excited. Other than this weekend, I'm looking to see if I can have someone on Sunday that is also more romantic versed. I did see it and was excited. Yay! So, Kelly, if you have any ideas, or if maybe I'll just have you and Gray and then be like, hey, my Libra rising buddies, let's chat about what it's like to be ruled by Venus. I think that's very fun. I like it. Maybe I'll also ask Neha if she's available. I think that might be cool, because Neha's an astrologer, but I also want her to have an episode. I was afraid I would miss the whole thing. I'm so glad you got to catch some of it. The first part was a lot of tea, a lot of yapping, and that was fun. It was a little more lively. And I was also very lost. I was like, what am I doing? I was like trying to figure out my new projector. It's not new, it's old, but I just couldn't figure it out. I missed the tea, yeah. It wasn't my tea. It was a little bit of my tea, but we was about relationships and stuff. If there's a VOD, I'll watch it later. Yes, there will be a VOD. I appreciate you. I will also be uploading it on YouTube. Trying to decide whether or not I should make a podcast specific YouTube. I think I will, because then I upload VODs there too. Okay. What else? I was thinking thoughts, and then I forgot. Kumi. So the idea for the podcast is that this will happen every Friday. I think that would be very fun. We'll do a reading of what's going on in the stars. We'll read like for our week or something. We'll read for because the eclipse is happening. When is it? On the 17th? This is all so exciting. I love this for you. Also, Venus Day, exactly. Yes. Oh, next Tuesday, the Lunar New Year, and eclipse. I was like, I just said it. Yes. Doing it on Venus Day is so fitting. Like, I was like, Lunar New Year, yes. The eclipse will be on Lunar New Year. I won't be doing this on Lunar Year. I was just thinking about like next Friday we can do a reading about that. So that'll be really fun. The year of the horse. The horses don't stop. They keep going. I have been stimming on that for like the whole last month. 2 months. January. And I didn't realize that fire horse season was happening. So that feels very timely. I'm very excited about doing this on Venus Day. Oh, yes, I was thinking about, like, I was overthinking how, like, let me just put these away. You don't need to watch my hands anymore. Okay. I was overthinking a bit, and I was like, should I do Friday? Like, will people be free? Don't people do stuff on Fridays? Don't people go on dates? Mia as hell at home. Cool. I need to get some reading start trying to make sense of my life. Yes. I will also do some like readings. I'm sorry. We'll also do tarot readings. What was I thinking? Um, I want to figure out how to set that up. Um, like maybe through bits. Cause usually I charge like I have a coffee page for my tarot readings. But and then I'm basically gonna loosely like charge from that standpoint. But I also want to do readings on here, so I need to figure out how to intertwine the two. I will pay. Thank you. Maybe I like connect coffee, or like you just pay me on coffee, and then I see it, and then I read for you. Oh my god. I'm like, I don't know how this works. How do people do this? I think people do donos. That makes sense. Friday nights are actually free for me, lol. My Sundays and Mondays have been wild recently. Ooh. Saturn and Sun. I do go on dates sometimes, but I am so excited. Yay! I have ideas for like some guests that I want to go on here and to talk about like things that they care about. And I do want to go in a little bit more about like what love means to me, like my definition of it, my experience on love, even like my like gender binaries. I think that'll be really interesting topics to go over. And then I also want to do sometimes like reviewing dating app profiles. Mr. Joe, I know you've mentioned that, and then I forgot who it was. I forget his username, but I know it when I see it. He's posted in my server as well, and he's also asked for dating app review. So I think that will be fun. I started with donation-based readings, and those have been going fairly well. Nice. I should do that. I'll like make like I'll make a automatic thing to be like donate here, sliding scale. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, we can look at mine. I think it's funny and fun. Nice. And yeah, you're getting dates on there, which is really great. I find that like the ratio for like men versus like femmes, like it's very hard for guys. So it's good that you're getting dates. And you're nice to talk to, so I'm sure it's not hard for you to like connect with people. Do you have any thoughts about what you wish for tarot and tea to look like, other than like tarot and spilling tea? Like the tea is very loose. It is very just like yapping about my personal insights and also even just like perspectives on things. So and then the tarot is just like letting us get a secondhand perspective on things. Like I think it'll be really funny to do like, let's do a tarot reading on your Bumble profile. But like tarot and tea is mostly gonna be like around love and relationships. I must be lucky. I have decent success on some apps. Nice. Yeah. LMAO. Those would be so entertaining, right? And then like I think it'll be interesting to get like strangers on here, like because most of the time like the people in my chat are like acquaintances that I know pretty often. So I will need to get my ass sorted and post these on social so people can come hang out and know what they're getting into. That's what I'm lagging on. But I'm very grateful for you guys being here. It helps me show up and have fun and not be like, nobody loves me. I'm all alone. Usually that's when it's like it's quiet. I'm like, I guess this isn't meant for me. Me being like inconsistent with streaming. Why doesn't anyone come? But no more of that. I think a lot of my streaming I haven't been sure of a purpose for it, so having this as a sure cadence definitely has me more confident on how to show up here. Maybe it would be good to have pre-written tea summaries from any of us that you want tea, because typing into the chat can take a while. Wait, what do you mean, Mr. Joe? I've been wanting to do more of this, but have been weird about it lately, lol. Though I did start doing stand-up comedy that's been helping with visibility. Yes, Kelly, I think it's so cool that you're doing stand-up. That's definitely, like, are you doing, like, a stand-up class? Or are you just going and signing up? Like, that's so fucking cool. Either way. Like, I've thought about taking stand-up classes. I think I would have a great time. I know I'm funny, but I think, like, I'm not conscious of my comedic timing. I think I just enjoy things and how things sound. And a lot of the times when I laugh, it's because I'm enjoying something. So I don't clock that it is comedy. Do you know what I mean? There's an open mic for stand-up and you just sign up to give 5 minutes of time. That's crazy. Good for you. I would just be like, hello, I like cheese. Ever laughed before? And then I toot poop. Hello, Aang. You just missed, I did a bunch of tarot reading. I did a tarot reading for Saturn and Pisces, so the last 3 years. I did a tarot reading for Saturn and Aries, and I did like a past, present, future reading. And then I did a reading for tarot and tea. LOL, I would laugh so much. Literally, I would literally just laugh at my stupid jokes all the time. Like, I'll rewatch the VOD later. Yeah. I can give you a summary. I already disconnected my fucking phone. But for tarot and tea, I got Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands. This feels very much like me reading tarot, like coming from a place of like, this is the news and thou shalt receive it. And then the Knight of Wands is very like, hear ye, here's the fucking tea, it's piping hot. Cause you see how he's like, I'm coming. I'm on the way. The Knight of Wands has me dead. The way I personify cards, like I know I'm a very like, what's the word? What's like an alternative, like not a non-traditional reader. Like I try to remember like the readings, but I'm like, these are the characters that are coming out for me, bro. And then I also got this card, the Sun, and it says, don't forget to water your plants. And then there's like a little, oh, never mind. This is the other one. This is a baby. There was another card. Oh, you want a tarot card pool? Isn't it so cute? Let's do it. Let's do this. Yeah. I do want to figure out like more like bits and how to like redeem what makes more sense. And then I was gonna do like a dono. I was telling Mr. Joe we could do like a full reading, but a 1 card, would love to do it for you. A 1 card ding. Okay. Do you want a traditional card or do you want a fun card? Channeling my energy. Fun card? I thought so. Tee. I heard it. Oh god. The cards are spilling. They're excited to talk to you. They're spilling off the table, bro. Spill the tea! Spill the tea! Okay. 1 card for Aang. Any specific questions or just like vibes? Oh, we got 2 cards. 2 cards flew out. Okay. Ooh. I think this is about Brandon. What do you secretly wish for? Prince of Cups. You miss him. You want him back. Come home. Fly home already. Wait. Sorry, I'm like... Stop. There we go. You're already there. Enjoy. Ace of Disc. Oh, this is a very interesting imagery. Okay, you know what? Let me connect this bitch so you can see better. So that they're not all rotatey. Camo. There we go. Which way is it? Ta-da! Excellent. Wittery. He was supposed to come home tonight, but Phil's moving here permanently, so he's helping him pack. Cool. Phil finally got... Oh, Phil! I was like, who's Phil? Yay, finally. Final freaking Okay. So these are your cards. The left one's the first one. This actually came reversed. But this deck, I don't usually read reversals for this, but let's interpret that anyway. Excuse me. I love a design. It's so cool, right? This is the back of the card. Just hands. But anyway. So, I think this is literally just Brandon. Just missing your prince. Thinking about him. Wishing for him. And then Ace of Discs. So, the ace is... They have a nice symmetry. Like, do you think as upside down? So the ace is usually the start of something, and the disc is about, like the pentacles. So it's about your material possessions. And this is a very interesting view. Sorry that it's kind of weird, but she's throwing coins into a soil. It seems fertile underneath her. And I say fertile because like you see all these branches. So that's the thing, right? It's saying you are already there. Am I pregnant? What is happening? Well, we have our own place. So what I was getting from this, just because I know you, I think this is about more so nice little meanings and imagery. It's so cute. Like there's so much, like detail in it. And the power is in your hands, right? So the growth is all around you. And then also, I think like the main thing, Latte is pooping in front of me in front of her litter. This is Latte pooping. This is literally Latte pooping. She's very coins right now. No, Daryl's so literal sometimes. But what I got from you is that like this is more so about your growth online. I think you're doing a really great job with like, so me personally, I know this. I think you're doing a great job with like filming and editing, and that's like so hard to be consistent with. And I think like this, the way that it's like bearing and like planting the seeds, like that's what you're doing, right? You're planting the seeds, but also I feel like this is like you have some things up your pocket. Maybe you have something that you need to edit because it's upside down. So it's like, what needs to be released? What is it that... It might just be like, you need to be, like, this is done editing. Yes, I'm editing this month's vlog. You are reading me. Yeah, you're already there. So, I think it's upside down because it's like, you might feel like you're missing something. And I think you might feel like that for a while. Just because we know. I think that it is the thing with like Saturn, right? We're still talking about Saturn here, or like we are within this conversation with Saturn. This is about long-term growth. So, I'm also looking at this like it's since it's upside down. It's kind of like what's coming out. What is, I guess where do you have holes in your pockets? What is taking up your time? And what is taking up your resources, and which is getting in the way of you to already be there. To feel like you're already there. Dun 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 dun. Clocked. Dee. I'll send you pictures of this. Hello. Hello, close the app yet. So good, right? Magical. I love it. This deck, I actually don't use it as often. It, like... Sometimes it's... I just forget about it. Sometimes it's hard to read. But... I think I just, like, have been afraid to get to know it. Obviously, like, with most things, it gets easier. The more you spend time with it. The more you work on it. Yay! That was so fun. That was such a cool read. That was so great. Kelly, would you like a card as well? Ooh, Kelly, a card flew out. Count your blessings. Love. This is so cool. The way that it's threatening. Count your blessings. I love it. Let me put my fucking phone back. Mr. Joe, if you're here, I can also pull you one card. Okay. Oops.
Do a flip!
There we go. Yay! Do a flip! I didn't hear that sound. I'm not gonna do a flip. I don't know how to do a flip, bro. The blurps aren't working for me again. I hate it. They were working that one time. Literally only once, ever. Maybe because my volume is so low. When I read that do a flip before, I thought it was a physical flip. Yeah. So Kelly, how do you feel about this? Ooh, okay. Count your blessings. I feel like you have like, this is like a party. Do you have like a throuple going on? Have you been watching Heated Rivalry? Also, are these friends, like fur friends, your work? You want to watch Heated Rivalry? It's good. Like, it's very smut. Like, I think I'm in a weird single place right now. Wait, I thought you had a man. When did you have an... Thank you for the bits, Mr. Joe. I thought you had a man recently. How recent was this breakup? It is a very spicy card. It is love. So this card, or this deck, is also, I had a lover I devoted to a friend. I think I do remember that. There's a deck that is more symbolism. It's kind of like, it's just fucking signs, like branches and stuff. I don't remember which one that is, but it is this one. That's why there's the love. Had a couple dates recently that went well, but not the right guy. I think maybe this card was just for me. I'm just like, I'm excited that you guys are here and that I get to share this gift with you. Okay. That's what I was thinking, right? When it flew out. Because I was talking to you and I was thinking about offering it to Mr. Joe as well. But I just assumed it was for you because I was talking about you. My bad. This is for Callie. Give us a card for Callie. If the card flies out again, then that was definitely for you then. Give us a card for Callie. Maybe it's party vibes. I like it. I think it's also like you said, you're like very busy, booked and busy with your pet sitting. That's what I was thinking as well. Well, I have been doing karaoke and stand-up recently, and that fits. Ooh, yeah. I had to leave and come back for a few seconds because my chat broke mobile. I'm here again. No worries. The universe. Trust and surrender. Oh, this is very much your stand-up comedy. And so Kelly is doing a very cool challenge of like getting as many rejections as possible. How many rejections are you planning for the year? Was it like 2 rejections a day? Isn't it so beautiful? What a pretty card. Should we do this one? No, I don't want to. Let me rotate this. Rotate. Perfect. Excellent. Trust and surrender. Look at that. Hello, hello. Screenshot. 780, 760 total. I was like, already? This card is so pretty. What's on here? I can't see. Ooh, is that a raven? I think that's just a bird. There's a snake. There's a Jupiter-looking planet, but it's red. That's nice for Saturn and Aries. And then growth. She's like not impressed by the snake. Everyone's just like chilling. Trust. Yeah. When you're trusting, you're kind of bored. Nothing surprises you because you know it's yours. Period. Pyramid. I'm in the 20s currently, but I have a cool plan coming up in a couple months involving small businesses that will help get more. Ooh, more rejections. Any really, just trying to find opportunities to experience rejection. I have to collect no's, but it's crazy how many things are actually happening. I love that for you so much. That's so beautiful. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like our space right now is like in a very good momentum. Or like people are picking up momentum. Mr. Joe, are you here? I'm gonna pull you a card. Let me know if you're here. If you're not, then I won't. Okay. Hello. Let's pull you a card. You doo doop. Doo doo doop. Okay. 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 Lamborghini Mercy. Your chick, she's so thirsty. Ooh. Death. Let me look at this first. I'm in that juicy Lambo with your girl, she tryna jerk me. I think the song also is part of your reading. Lamborghini Mercy. Your chick, she's so thirsty. She's so beautiful. Wait, what song is that? Let's rotate this. Transform. The card is pretty. It's so pretty, right? Lurk while driving. Drive safe, Doxy. Damn, I know he knows what song that is. It's so that song is Jay-Z. It's in the album with Kanye, I think. Oh, it's literally called Mercy. The song is literally Mercy with, oh, it's Kanye's song, my bad, with Big Sean, Pusha T, and 2 Chainz. Oh, I guess this album came out in that same year. Yeah, 2012. My bad. I got albums confused. Cruel Summer. Oh. No, that is the right album. Good music. I love this album. No, Watch the Throne is what I was thinking about, and that's not this. Okay. Um, I know. Stop texting and driving. I know you know the song. Just because I know you know songs. Okay, what is this song about? This song, drop it to the floor, make that ass shake. Hey, make the ground move. That's an ass quick. Um, there's a weeping, a moaning, and a ass. Okay, anyway, I need to stop rapping. You check, she's a nice lady. That's funny. I think it is us about the end of that relationship with that ex. Ooh! We've been spending time together a lot lately. Yes, sexy time, but I am pretty much over it. I get glimpses of FOMO, but my senses return to remind me the relationship and my future are dead. Ooh, the last song we danced to was actually that exact song. What song did you dance to, Mr. Joe? Did I? Are you saying you danced to Mercy? Are you confirming me channeling? Me being psychic? Oh shit. Which? Well, that's fun. That's crazy, bro. And you're being so casual about it? You're like, yeah, by the way. Wait, no, I totally see that also. Like the way that this is oh, I love that. That's so perfect. Like it's very much like yeah, we were at a bar yesterday and danced to that right before we left for the evening. This is proof. Bottom dancing to Mercy. 4-step count. If anyone ever asks if I'm lying about being psychic, we have proof. No, I think this is so beautiful as like, yeah, the weeds dropping about an ex, because it's so pretty, right? It's such a beautiful image. You are so intimate. You know each other so well. There is like, it is flush on her side, but then you are, like, if we are looking at it as her and you are bones. You are under resourced. And maybe she's flushed because she is getting, you're the one handing the flowers and she's the one holding the scythe. Are you waiting for her to let go? And, like, what can you water so that you can encourage growth around you again? Because with death, there is always new birth. You are detaching. What about beautiful card? What about beautiful read? New beginnings, exactly. Cruel intentions. Blossom! Sorry. You take a screenshot of your card. There we go. That's better. Perfect. For me, it's going to be letting her go on, not inviting her back, and focusing on the future because that relationship is rot. Ooh! Very this, huh? Like, it is interesting how, like, beautiful, like, you guys are, like, how you guys went out yesterday and danced, and, like, this looks like a good time. But everything around you is just not thriving.
Okay.
Oh my god, that was so good. Amazing. Hello? How do I close this app? Cool. Did you ever tell the story of how you got into tarot reading or astrology? No, I haven't yet. That would be a good episode. I should do that. Thank you for that. Boop. Yay! Here, I think, is that a button? No. I gotta fix that. Oh no. What is going on? Where's my mouse? Stream moments? Oh no, I gotta log in. I hate this. That is a good question. I think I will have a full, I guess, like, spirituality episode. I think that would be very cool. Authenticator. Oh. Perfect. But just to, like, give you a tidbit, or I got into it maybe in the 2020s. My Saturn return for sure. Oh, I think it was Tip. No? Hello? No? That's so interesting. Yes, it is Tip. Oh, okay. I guess I'll have to, like, set. Yay! Cool. That will be the link for readings. Maybe I'll set a timer. If you want to get a reading, like a full reading, we can do that. But I got into. I think I really started getting into it after my teacher training. That was when I got really exposed to a lot of oracle decks and tarot. But I was also just around very spiritual people. I was at a very spiritual point in my life. I got into Kundalini. That's also an interesting conversation to have. So, my spirituality journey. Let me write that down. Let's write it down. 2026. Tarot and Tea. Episode ideas. Do you have any other episode ideas? Spirituality journey. Where and how did I start? Wart ales. Oh, damn, I was talking about stuff earlier. Kelly, do you remember? An astrology read for tarot and tea. What else? What else did I say? Ang, do you have any other ideas that I should write down for episode ideas? Oh, yes. My definition of love, relationships, gender, patriarchy. Probably those are the same episode. I feel like it would be fun to talk about psychic and Libra risings with Gray. Yes, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I'll ask her. I'll ask them if they want to do that. Psychic and Libra rising things. Wait, Kelly, you said that? Oh, sorry, not tomorrow. Kelly, you said that you're busy on Sundays? How's this Sunday looking? Bonk, bonk. Perhaps I'll have to watch my VOD. I'll have to watch my VOD and see what the hell I was on about. I'm starting to have karaoke on those nights, but I'm also 3 hours behind you, I think. Oh! Okay. It's currently midnight for me. I'm EST. Yay. If we can do it. Also, we don't have to do it at 9 p.m. EST. We can do it earlier. And then also I'll have to ask Ray what time they would be good to do it at. I would love a Libra Rising episode. That's so cute. Oh, where's my music? Let's put the music back on. Now it's music time again. Maybe I just didn't hear the freaking sounds because my volume is so low.
Mr. Mojojo tipped 111.
Oh, thank you so much,
Mr.
Mr. Joe.
Mojojo would love a reading, but after the Lunar New
I'm like,
Year.
I don't know how to
LMK
read.
if this is not enough.
Dang. Was that 111? Am I reading that right? We'll definitely have to do a big reading for you then. Thank you so much. This is such a nice gift for my first episode. Even though I'm gonna give you a big reading. We're gonna give you a really nice reading. Usually I do like 5 whoa, that got really loud. 5 cards for like $50-$70. So we can go really in depth. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Now, I'm wondering something. Ooh, okay. Yes, I want to do, when do you want to do a reading? I feel like it's a bit therapeutic and therapy would be about that much. That is accurate. Yes. And thank you for the angel numbers. Angel numbers. Angel numbers. Who? Okay, yes. Wait. Dating app profile reviews. Yes, that's so fun. Do we hit the music again? I just turned it up when it's very low. But this was a good stream. I am getting EP, or I can feel my energy winding down. It's midnight for me. Any day after the 18th, once the ex goes home and is finally gone, so that energy from that is gone. That's great. Ooh. Do you have any plans to like cleanse your home energetically for that after she leaves? Not like to be like side-eye about it, but just like, you know, it's good to do that. Like do a good like clean down, maybe like wash everything. I don't like to be drama. Other than physical deep cleaning, and that's a really, really good start. I think like also setting the intention of doing that. You can play really loud music, like sound clearing is very great for energy clearing. If you want to be dramatic, you can like use pots and pans around the house to like clear stagnant energy in like corners and stuff. Or just like playing really loud music with the intention of just being like, but also putting it in spaces. So like bring your phone to a speaker to like corners of your houses and stuff. What else? Like whether or not you decide to like keep memorabilia with her, keep it in a place that will have its boundaries so that it won't be like leaking. So like hide it. Is it encouraged to bring a new date and create new energy, or would that create a clash? Interesting. I think if the idea is to replace the energy, no. I think it is best to clear the space to fill it with your own energy. You know, I think there is a difference with
Kelly,
using
tip 20.
someone's
This
help.
is just
Oh,
a
thank you
little
so much
tip
for the
for the
tip, Kelly.
wonderful
I
reading
appreciate you.
tonight.
I think it's like, you know, like letting the new healthy energy eat the decaying dead energy. Yeah, like if you, let's say, like even if it wasn't necessarily someone of romantic interest, like a friend coming and like just filling the home with laughter, creating new energy, like that's really nice. And putting in new energy of like opportunity and hope, and like new energy, like new relationship energy does give that a lot. So that's very nice. Oh, thank you guys for tipping. I appreciate that. Yay! So I'm like, wow, Saturn and Aries is being good to me today. Kind of sounds like composting. Ooh. Yeah, like I think as long as Mr. Joe, like for me, setting intentions in your home and making sure that like you're setting the right, not boundaries, but setting the right procurements. That's not the word. You know, purpose, intentions. Yeah, like intentions. It's like you're. There's a difference of like bringing someone in just to like cover stuff up. I think that's what I'm trying to be cautious about, and like trying to use someone as a distraction versus like creating new energy. And yeah. I really like the idea of composting. Because like a lot of people also like to do a fire ritual. You know, if you like, you can just write things out that you want to release from that relationship and just set it on fire, and like do it in a fire safe environment. Do it in like a pot, a clay pot that can, or like if you have access to a bonfire. Right, not just distracting from emotions and trying to soothe through that. Ooh, roast marshmallows. Don't! Don't roast the marshmallows on top of the fire of your adjective. On top of your the letter releasing. You're just gonna eat that up again. No. The intention is to set it on fire. And to release it. You don't want to re-ingest that. But you could have marshmallows beforehand, and then you can write, like, let's say your gratitude list. You can keep that if you want, and then you can write the things that you want to let go. And then that's when oh, thanks for subscribing for 4 months. I appreciate you, Mr. Joe. Appreciate your support. It's so nice. I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, what am I doing here? That's ad break for a while. Hell yeah. So I'm like, sometimes I'm like, what am I doing here? And I'm like, Mr. Joe subscribe to me. I've got to show up. I gotta show up. So your support really means a lot. But yeah, like, don't eat the fire that you're saying to let go. But I think it would be nice to have like a nice little regular bonfire with marshmallows, and then you let go at the thing right before you have to close it. So set it on, like, roast your marshmallows, write the things out, plop the letter in the fire, and then let it burn, and then safely seal it, put out the flame, and say goodbye and thank you for the years and the lessons that it's given you. Right? I think that's very nice. I'm so excited for you. The death card is always like, I always welcome the death card. It's a very, and like in this deck also, what a beautiful card. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Ooh, I'm definitely winding down. I'm just gonna wait for the ad. I'm gonna wait for Kelly to come back. And then we're gonna end the stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your tips and for your support and your continued support as always. Kelly, are you back? I'm really excited for this series, and we're gonna have so much fun talking about love. And I'm back now. Hi, Kelly. I was just telling Mr. Joe, like, I'm tired. Oh, you were also. Oh my god, I was talking to you the whole time. I thought you subscribed. I thought you weren't gonna have ad time. What the heck? I was literally talking to you the whole time. No, that's so funny. No, that's okay. I should have assumed that you didn't respond to me, so like you were gone. I was just saying, please don't eat the marshmallow flame letting go. So, I forgot to resub. That's okay. I was saying I appreciate you for supporting and like for resubbing, and also like resubbing for months. That like sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here, and then I'm like, oh, but like Mr. Joe's like subbed for like the next 4 months, like I should show up. So your support really means a lot to me, to even just like literally be here. But I was saying that like it'll be nice for you to have a bonfire and just have like a really nice loving, you know, situation, like you and your son or like some friends or like whatever. And then you have your marshmallows, make it a good time. And then write like a gratitude list. That'll be very beautiful. You can have like a gratitude list in general. Write one about like that relationship, and then write the list that you want to set on fire. So like things you want to let go. You can also let go, like put the gratitude list from that relationship in that fire if you want to. You can keep it, it's up to you. But definitely things you want to let go. Like do the fun stuff with the fire first, and then plop the letter at the end. This could be an ugly letter also, like that you want to like technically send to her if you want to, but like you're just setting it into the flame instead. If you have any feelings in that way, like I think this is a good place to do it. And right when you're ready, like when you guys are like getting ready to close the night, like that's when you throw the letter in, and then you let that shit burn to dust, and you close the flame safely and be happy that you had a good time, instead of eating letter marshmallows. Don't reconsume what you just let go. But anyway, I am tired. Oh, because the negativity goes at the end, so I'm not eating it. Exactly. That's about it. Like, I think just like energetically. Like for me, that's just how I see it. So, intention. Everything is about intention. But I am getting EP. Thank you so much for being here for the launch of our first episode. Tomorrow we will be back with my friend Ophelia. She is one of my one of the residence internet romantics. So I thought that it would be perfect to have her in a conversation here and to see how like she lives life in a very romantic lens for Valentine's Day weekend. So hopefully I'll see you here tomorrow. If not, there will be a VOD. Same time at 9 p.m. EST. If you have any questions, there is a like anonymous link that you can write messages to. It's in the server. Like it can be messages to me or Ophi or just like whatever that you just want to be spoken about in general. That'll be help to have us have topics. So thank you again for being here, and I'm so happy that I got to read for you all. Thank you for your tips and your support. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. If I don't see you for the rest of this weekend, I hope you have a great weekend. Okay, I love you. Wait, let me put my reactions back on. I'm always so clumsy doing this. But Kelly, what? Oh, and then Sunday, bye. And then Sunday, hopefully, I need to confirm, we might also have another episode on Sunday. So, good night. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my god, my reactions isn't working again. Aww. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong app. Why does this always happen? Yay! Love you all. Good night.